So guys, here we have my little trick in practice. What I've got is just a pork roast which I have, or pork leg which I've skinned, and I'm going to make crackling later after I salt it. I've just got a mix of sweet soy, salty soy, and a bit of vinegar as a dressing on the top. But this is the trick part, is actually, you can see I'm smoking it. And if you're wondering what I'm smoking it with, is it's this here. You can see it's actually coconut husk, mature nut husk. And in Indonesia, when we were living there, all the best satay and the fish restaurants that did the barbecue fish, very well renowned down in Jimbaran Bay. I've got a video of that on Next72Hours. They use coconut husk. Now, of course, living in Australia, coconut husk is hard to come by, fresh off the tree. So what I've done is I went to Bunnings and bought one of those compressed blocks, and I'll post a link to that compressed block. It's actually meant to be, for mulch for your garden, and there is a warning on it that says, classic mulch, be wary of fungi or airborne stuff. That's personally, I just ignore that warning, because you can see there's nothing in this but compressed coconut. And since we produce coconut oil in Indonesia, I can tell that this is just basically, it's been chopped up and compressed into a block, and it has a beautiful smoky aroma. It's not like hickory or like that, but it does actually do a very nice smoke. And you get a large block for about $14–15, and it will last you, I bought mine 6 months ago, and I've done heaps of different smoking with it. And I just tear a hunk off and put it in there, and this will last probably about 30 minutes, and then I'll just grab another hunk and put it in there. You don't need to smoke it for the entire time, but I probably will try to do that. Anyway, I'll take a few more videos of this process, and can't video the tasting procedure, but a really great trick. Now, if you price the like sage and rosemary and hickory pellets, that you'll find that you can do one smoke from that, and you might have burned $14 right there. Anyway, so I'll post a link to the actual brand that I bought, and we'll take it from there. Catch you guys. So we're just going to check to see how that's smoking. Oh, there we go. You see it just smoulders, it doesn't catch the light. Smoke's going right over the top. And that piece of leg, just pick it up. It's smoking really, really well. I've only just got two burners going, both on low, depending on what temperature I hit. I've got my little thermometer there, but it's all caked up a little bit. I'll just actually put a probe in there a little bit. I might just drop it down to one to do a really slow cook. See how we go. But that's, I just wanted to show you the smoking. See, I don't actually wet my chips. All you're doing when you wet chips is producing steam. The steam, the water boils off anyway, and it starts to smoke. So since this is actually just smouldering anyway, I don't really need to have the lid on the smoker box. Anyway, I'll record some more in probably in about another 20 minutes. See how we go. Hey, so you can see that the pork's got a nice golden colour to it. Nowhere near cooked, so I've got the thermometer in there now, which I'll leave in the barbecue, and that's the first batch. So you see it's completely smouldered out. So I'm just going to grab another lump here. So just grab, something like that. So you can see it's still in the compressed block. I'm going to whack it on the top there, and away she goes again. Already starting to catch. There we go. And of course it starts smelling delicious. I'm going to just put probably a little bit more water in around the pork. If it starts getting too hot, I'll just keep an eye on that. But as I said, I've got it on low, so it's going to be a slow cook. Okay, heat's coming up. It's looking pretty good. The colour's looking really good. Just put another handful. I got busy, had to do some errands, so I didn't probably could have done with another few before this, so it's not smoked as much as I like, but you can see it's not getting too hot. The juices are not burning. Nice long slow cook. Probably go for another 30-40 minutes. I've just turned one of the burners off, so I'm going to slow it down even more, just have the smoke for a while. See how we go with that. Okay, so that's about another 30 minutes. I had to drop my daughter to work. So I'll just, it's almost on temperature. You probably pull it out now. I've just put another hunk of smoke in there, and the reason being is actually I want to collect the juices and make them a little smoky, and then I'm going to use them as a marinade. So I'm just pouring some water in the bottom right now, and then I'm going to let that coconut husk smoke off, and then I'm going to just taste the juice, make sure it's all good, not too smoky, but then I'm going to inject it into the meat, because that meat wouldn't have had long enough to penetrate right to the bone. Anyway, it's just one way of sort of carrying on the flavour. So I don't know if you know too that one of the critical points is when a piece of meat is resting. That is when it absorbs the most flavour, so it's important to have the marinade around the meat, whatever marinade you want around the meat while it's resting. So we'll probably be at about another 15-20 minutes, and I will pull it out and I'll show you how I do the next part. Okay, she's smoking away really nicely. Marinade's warming up, and I've got one of these marinade injectors. Can't remember where I bought it, but it wasn't that expensive. I think it was probably from Aldi. And you just suck up the juices like a normal syringe, which it basically is. And then all I'm going to do is poke it in, and just inject some juices in it. Let's do another one. Get a nice all the juices in there. Yeah, it's going to be lovely. Okay, so I'm just going to let that finish off. Once that's smoked fully, she's coming out and letting it rest. Okay, so it's all out. Carved it up a little bit and put it in the juices. Definitely got a really nice, mild, smoky taste. Definitely milder than a ham, but yeah, you can still taste it. It's really nice. But more to the point, it's a very cheap way to smoke pork. Do a hot smoke. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Wish I could give you a taste, and catch you guys later. Hey guys, just want to finish off this video regarding smoking with this coconut mulch. Now, so I've popped down the hardware store and bought myself a new block. You can see this is it here. What you're looking for when you buy it, you want to get the one with the large pieces. Actually, in some of them you can actually see the skin of the coconut, sort of like a grey. So that's what you're after, not after the powdery stuff. It just burns too quickly. This will just take longer to smoulder, so therefore you've got just a longer smoke in between replenishing it. So I wanted to actually say, most of these come with a health warning, and it says this product contains microorganisms. Avoid breathing dust or mists. Wear particulate masks if dusty. Wear gloves and keep product moist when handling. Wash hands immediately after use. Now, I don't know. I don't know if they've added anything to this. Personally, when I was living in Indonesia, we knew companies there that just grabbed the coconut blocks, chopped them up, and just compressed them into briquettes, just like this. There are companies also that added a particular microbial agent to try and help break it down. Most people, when they're buying the stuff, it's for garden mulch, obviously, and you actually don't want it to break down in a hurry. The reason why people use coconut
fibres is because it takes a long time to break down. So I don't know if it's just a generalised warning that comes on most of these mulches. I've seen it pretty much on all potting mix, earth mixes, all that sort of thing, when I've added to the garden as a general health warning. So personally I disregarded it. It's up to you what you want to do. I just figure it's a general health warning. Also, when I'm actually putting it in the barbecue, obviously it's burning, so whatever microbial bugs or whatever that's in the fibres are just going to be burnt anyway. So I suppose if you really wanted to be careful, you might want to just make sure it's damp before you put it into the barbecue to smoke. But to be honest, I don't do that. I just figure it's not a big risk. I think we get so paranoid nowadays about health risks. Everyone's just trying to cover themselves legally, just in case something happens. They just covered. Anyway, that's my choice. You can choose what you want. I'm not recommending anything. But this will say make up to 60 litres, so it'll give you an idea. Sort of like a whole wheelbarrow full. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it at the bottom. I'll do a closer shot later on. So this is the brand is Runnings. You can get different types of different brands. This is just from the local hardware store, so it was probably more expensive than if you went to Bunnings, for example. This was $15 for this block. Personally, I think it's a little bit exy, but when you consider other smoking materials, you know, the compressed pellets that you get, and how many smokes you can get out of this, it certainly is really value for money. So what I'll do is I'll give you a close-up shot of this in a second. Anyway, so anyone who's into smoking, I would highly recommend giving this a go. It has a really nice mild flavour. All the kids like it, all my kids like it, I should say. It sort of comes in to like a mild ham smoke flavour. If you salted whatever you were smoking beforehand, it'll probably come in pretty close. Of course, it's a hot smoke, meaning that you're cooking it at the same time, so it won't be like a cold smoked ham. Anyway, guys, I'll do a close up.
There we go. Runnings Easy Wetter Mulch. That's it. So 60 litres. Give it a go. Happy to get any comments for people who give this a try, or any other alternatives to smoking. It's a bit of a thing I do. It's a bit of fun. I think kids get a bit sick and tired of the smoky flavours, but personally I like it. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you later. I've got planning to put a few videos up in the not too distant future, so keep your eyes open. Bye.